So on Friday night, Trump administration announced that they were doing bombing of Syrian positions. So this is very serious business because it can get us entangled in a very messy war in the Middle East. Number one, that's a terrible idea. Number two, the Russians are on the other side. God forbid if we were to hit any Russian planes or troops, well, we could start a much, much larger war. This is all terrible news for all the rest of us. And I know that most of the mainstream media is in favor of this. They put on so-called experts day in and day out. They got people like Andrea Mitchell who are coming out and saying, if Donald Trump wants to be tough, he's got to show people that he's tough and he can't be like Obama. Then you've got the usual war hawks like Lindsey Graham and John McCain saying those things as well. And I'm absolutely against any military intervention in Syria. It's a quagmire of extreme proportions, and we're going to get stuck there just like we did in Iraq. We're going to lose a ton of money. We're going to lose a lot of lives, and at the end of the day, well, we'll have made the situation worse, just like we did in Iraq. So I think that almost all of us will lose out of this, and I think most sane people recognize that. Certainly the American people do. They don't want any more Middle Eastern conflict. That's part of the reason they voted for Trump. Trump said he was going to get us out of those. He said Iraq was a mess and that he wasn't going to make that mistake in Syria as he bombed Syria today. Yet another broken promise. No one's surprised by that. But I don't want you to think that no one benefited from these bombings. Some people very materially benefited. And those are the folks who work for defense contractors. So let me give you that story. Fortune reporting that Raytheon stock surged Friday morning after 59 of the company's Tomahawk missiles were used to strike Syria in Donald Trump's first major military operation as president. So some people gained a lot, or in this case, a giant defense contractor. So I'm going to get to my conclusions in a second, but let me give you all the facts. The Tomahawk missiles used in the strike is made by Raytheon, whose stock opened 2.5 points higher Friday. That's 2.5 percentage points, adding more than $1 billion to the defense contractor's market capitalization. So what might have been a disaster for the rest of us was great news for Raytheon to the tune of $1 billion. But it's not just them. The shares of other missile and weapons manufacturers, including Boeing, Lockheed Martin, Northrop Grumman, and General Dynamics, each rose as much as 1%, collectively gaining nearly $5 billion in market value as soon as they began trading, even as the broader markets fell. So within the context of the markets, this was even more outstanding because everything else is falling, but they are rising because of the bombings. Now, when I say that this is not a coincidence, that those same defense contractors pour in millions, and actually over a set of years, billions, in both campaign contributions, independent expenditures, and lobbying, and that they would like a return on their investment, and that return on their investment for them, because they're weapons manufacturers, is more war. People then turn around, and especially in the mainstream press, and say that sounds a little conspiratorial. So let's break that down. Which part is the conspiracy? The part where corporations would like to make more money? Well, if that's a conspiracy, it's pretty out and open. Of course, they want to make more money. It's not a matter of even wanting. They have a fiduciary responsibility to make more money. And in their case, they don't produce sneakers, they don't produce hamburgers, they don't produce textbooks. What they produce is bombs and aircraft to deliver those bombs and the missile systems to deliver those. So they profit from war. That's not a conspiracy, that's a fact. Absolute bottom line, and you just saw it. Just today they gained $5 billion. So the idea that they are, out of the goodness of their hearts, they would be true patriots and say, no, Raytheon and Lockheed Martin would like nothing but peace so that no one ever buys our materials again and we all go bankrupt. That's not only laughable, that's a conspiracy theory. That's a weird conspiracy that they got together in a room and decided, let's make sure that we don't maximize profit. Does anyone really believe that? Do you think that the lobbying that those corporations are doing for our politicians And by the way, the revolving door that they use for our retired generals, where they pay them a ton of money and then have them go on TV and tell us how necessary war is, that's all for their health? That's all because they want peace and love and unicorns throughout the planet? Or could it be that is to maximize profit, exactly as they have a responsibility to do? We should have a responsibility to protect our own democracy and our own government and not let them contribute to politicians. Private financing leads to our politicians working for private interests. So don't be surprised the next time we all seem to suffer, like in the Iraq War, but some people gain very, very handsomely. And those are the ones contributing to the politicians. Now, overall, the Trump era has been fantastic for them. As Fortune explains, defense contractor stocks have risen in the months since Trump was elected, spurred by his promises of a, quote, historic increase in US military spending. The budget Trump proposed last month includes an additional $52 billion for the Department of Defense. Boeing stock has gained nearly 21% since the election, while General Dynamics stock is up 14% over the same period. And yes, those are a little to a lot ahead of the gains of the rest of the market for this year, and since Trump has been in office. So while some of us lose, others win big time, or as Trump would say, bigly. So when you see the disaster unfold in front of your eyes, and you ask the question, how could that have possibly happened? This is how it happened. For God's sake, end the money in politics. If you don't, these politicians are never going to represent us. And they're going to represent defense contractors that want more war so they can have more profit. They're going to represent gun manufacturers that want more crime and more murder and mayhem so that more people will buy guns and they will make further profit. They will represent private prison, which wants what? More prisoners so they can make more money and maximize profit. If you have them serving those companies instead of us, we have lost our democracy entirely. That is why we make one seemingly bad decision after another. It's bad for America, but it's great for the private financiers of our politicians. Wolf-pack.com. That is a movement to get money out of politics. You have to join it right now. If we don't get money out of politics and get an amendment to do so, these wars will never, ever end. If you become a member of the Young Turks, you'll be saying,
you know, I'm like a smart person.
So do it right now, tytnetwork.com/join. Get the whole Young Turks show every day.